And we welcome you to Rocha Ballpark as we're ready to get started here in game number 3 of this final Big 12 series for the Kansas Jayhawks between the Iowa State Cyclones and the Kansas Jayhawks. So everybody, I'm Kyle Mathas. I'm joined by Brock Niemeyer today in the broadcast booth. And it's a big day for Kansas softball. It's senior day, Brock. Tell me a little more about it.
Well, it's just going to be really, really cool to see these 5 seniors get honored for all the hard work they've put in their time at the University of Kansas. They deserve a day. They've left this program in a better place than they found it, and I'm really excited to see them get honored this afternoon.
Yeah, and there's 5 seniors going to be recognized today on the Jayhawks. We have Shayna Espy, Jordan Richards, as well as Ashlyn Anderson, Peyton Renzi, and Haley Harper. All 5 of them will be recognized for their contributions to the team over their 4 years here at KU. But, I mean, a big game, but also a game that KU would really like to win. They've lost the first 2 games of the series.
Yeah, obviously you don't want to get swept in your final series of the season, getting ready to go down and play in the Big 12 tournament. So the Jayhawks would like to pick up a win this afternoon and get some momentum heading into the postseason.
Yeah, big-time game coming up here for the Jayhawks, and they were defeated on Friday 3-1 in a pitcher's duel, and then it was a very offensively focused game yesterday in the second game of the series until about the second inning, where after the second, only 1 run was scored in the remainder of the game. The final score 7-5, Iowa State with the victory. But Kansas would be looking to bounce back and get a much-needed win here at Rocha Ballpark, the final game this season at Rocha, before they move and play in Oklahoma City next weekend in the Big 12 tournament. Well, we will take a quick break, and then we'll have Coach McFalls for her final pregame interview here on the Jayhawk Sports Network of the season. We'll be right back after this. So we're back with Coach McFalls for another pregame interview. Coach, it's senior day. Tell me a little bit about what the seniors mean to you and what they mean to the team.
This group of seniors is obviously really special to me. They've been with me for 4 years, and they're just kind of the heart and soul of this team right now. They've been great leaders on the field, off the field. I think that they have all had really significant roles, especially this year, as this team has gotten so much better. They've just stepped up, and they put this team on their back, and they've just been tremendous leaders, and they care a lot about each other, and they care about what this program is doing, and they want to leave it better than they found it.
So there's 5 seniors. Just tell me a little bit more about the growth that you've seen from them as they've progressed from being just a freshman on the team up to a senior, up to an upperclassman.
Well, the one thing that they do is they're all kind of quiet leaders off the field. I mean, they coach each other up. They coach up the young players. They're just, I think they're always there for each other. And not to mention the 5 of them just in general are really close and close teammates. They're all from the state of Kansas, which is really, I think, very unique to have a class like that. So they've known each other for a long time. And they've had just, their families have been a tremendous support system of this program. They've traveled all over the country to watch their daughters play and support this program. And I just can't thank them enough, and can't thank enough from, the seniors enough for what they've given back to this team.
Now, one of your seniors, Haley Harper, is really swinging a hot bat right now. What's that mean when somebody in the bottom of your lineup can get on base and kind of turn it over from the top of the lineup?
We've talked many times about changing that up because, she is a fighter. She's just a gamer is the way I look at Haley Harper. When she's the one you want in the box when the game's on the line or you need that base hit. I mean, she's just clutch. And, I don't think she started this season off the way she would have liked to. Offensively, I don't think her batting average speaks to the kind of hitter she is. I know she's a tough out. She's gritty. She's feisty. And she has absolutely stepped up for us in the last, 3-4 weeks. So I love the way she's playing right now. It's the one thing I can say is she's going to leave here knowing she's given everything she's had to give.
All right, thanks, Coach, for the time.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back after this short break.
And we welcome you back to Rocha Ballpark. We appreciate Coach McFalls for
innings of that ball game.
appreciate Coach McFalls for everything she's been able to help us out with this season, especially in those pregame interviews, letting us talk to her before each game. Once again, I'm Kyle Mathas. I'm joined by Brock Niemeyer here in the broadcast booth for the final home game of the season at Rocha Ballpark for Kansas softball as they go up against the Iowa State Cyclones. But, Brock, we just saw, honestly, kind of a special moment for these two teams. They're enemies when they play, but before the game, they can be friends. And we saw some KU seniors handing flowers to the Iowa State seniors as they were being announced.
Yeah, good feel-good moment before the ball game here, but time to flip the switch and get the competitive juices flowing. So the Jayhawks need to try and pick up a win here today to avoid being swept.
Yeah, and Kansas, like Brock said, trying not to get swept here in this series. It would be the final series of the season. They would want to pick up a win, but like we said, it's senior day here at Rocha Ballpark, and for Kansas, they have 5 seniors, and just looking at it right now, from the looks of things, it looks like Haley Harper is starting, Peyton Renzi's starting as well, Ashlyn Anderson, Jordan Richards, and Shayna Espy. So all the seniors starting. Obviously, that's a huge factor to obviously what they've been able to do as a team. Well, I mean, all the seniors have a ton of experience and are really good defensively and offensively, but also a little bit of senior day as well, starting all the seniors and letting them play in their final home game, at least their final regular season game.
Exactly right. They get to hear their name called in a Rocha Ballpark one more time. Such a special moment. This program means so much to those 5 girls, and really excited to watch all of them do their thing here today.
Well, let's take a look really quickly now at the Iowa State starting lineups here in this game. So they didn't really change much from the first 2 games, especially didn't change much from yesterday's competition when they won 7-5. Malaysia Ochoa leads off for the 3rd straight time this series. Michaela Ramos will bat second, followed by Angelina Allen at third. Carly Spellhog is the cleanup hitter in the 4th spot. Alicia Ronchase and Casey Simpson are in the 5th and the 6th spot. Sarah Tyree, Tiana Poole, and Camille Marin at the 7th, 8th, and the 9th spot for the Cyclones. So they didn't really change much from yesterday.
Nope, same lineup out there for the Cyclones. Going to try and replicate their performance from the first 2 games. Obviously, they got off to a really good start in the batter's box yesterday. 3 runs in each of the first 2 innings. So Casey Hamilton's going to have to try and slow that offense down.
Well, you led me right into it, Brock. Casey Hamilton gets the start in the circle today for the Jayhawks. So she started in the game on Friday, and then Lizzie Ludwig started yesterday. We actually did see Casey Hamilton pitch a little bit in yesterday's game. She pitched towards the end of it, pitched for 0.2 innings, so just 2 batters, and didn't allow any hits, didn't allow any runs, nothing like that. But she starts today for the second time this series. Let's take a look at the Kansas defense. So Jordan Richards gets the start behind home plate as the catcher. Olivia Bruno is at first. She didn't play at first yesterday. Yesterday was Savannah DeRoche, but Bruno plays at first today. Haley Kripe is at second. Haley Harper at short, and Ashlyn Anderson at third. So not really many changes in the infield today. Then in the outfield, Presley Limbaugh is in left. Shayna Espy is in center. And Peyton Renzi is in right. So Renzi, Espy, the two seniors, they will be in center and right. So partner Casey Hamilton getting another start in the circle. Obviously, Coach McFalls has a ton of trust in her ace.
Yep, she ended up being credited with the loss on Friday, but she had a no-hitter going through 5 2/3 innings of that ball game. Pitched really well, had her swing and miss stuff going. Like to see her be able to throw her off-speed pitch in the strike zone for strikes. That should lead to her being really effective.
Well, here we go. It's 12:02 p.m. local Lawrence time, and the first pitch is about to get underway. Casey Hamilton to Malaysia Ochoa. And let's get underway with Game 3. And a common theme of yesterday's game, Iowa State swinging at the first pitch. That one goes foul towards the left side. Actually almost hit Big J, who was standing over there. Luckily he was able to get out of the way, so it's no balls, one strike. But Iowa State, they swung at many of the first pitches thrown to them in yesterday's game. They were super aggressive. Here's the 0-1, and that one's down in the strike zone for strike 2, 0-2.
Gotta like what you're seeing from Casey Hamilton so far. Working ahead, a good pitcher's count now. See where she goes on this 0-2 pitch, but has Ochoa down to the count.
Yeah, she has a ton of free real estate now to work with, being up 0-2. Here's the pitch from Hamilton. That one's up high for ball 1. So 1-2 right around the neck area of Malaysia Ochoa, who has led off in every game this series. She went 2 for 4 with a double and 2 RBIs yesterday. Just about 22 hours since first pitch yesterday. Here's the 1-2. This one's hit to short, fielded by Harper. Throw over to first is in time to Bruno, and that is one down here in the top of the first.
Yep, good start for this Jayhawk defense. Casey Hamilton throwing strikes and trusting her defense behind her. Hits it right to the senior. Harper makes a good play. Strong throw over to first, gets her in time.
Yeah, and she should have a lot of trust in her defense. They have a super good fielding percentage, but yesterday was a little bit of an anomaly. They had 2 errors in the first inning, led to all 3 runs being scored by the Cyclones. So see if Kansas can limit those errors here in today's game, as we see Michaela Ramos come up to bat for the Cyclones at second, and she takes the ball away from Hamilton for ball 1. Well, Iowa State, they are in their road uniforms with the white pants, the yellow socks, the yellow shirt with the red lettering on it. They also have the white batters hats, or white batters helmets rather. As here is the 1-0. Check swing, didn't matter, it was in the strike zone. It's 1-1 for Hamilton. KU in their royal baby blue uniforms with the dark blue socks. But they've been wearing these uniforms for a lot this season, and they really do remind me of the Kansas City Royals. This 1-1 is popped up. Jordan Richards trying to get a read on it behind home plate, and she's able to make the grab in foul territory.
Yeah, that's a tough play the catcher just made there. Up against the netting behind home plate. Good focus. Helps her pitcher out, and the Jayhawks have 2 away.
2 outs already here in the top of the first. Remember, they gave up 3 runs in the top of the first yesterday. And now they're already off to a great start for Hamilton. Here is Angelina Allen, who comes up to bat for the Cyclones. Takes the first pitch for Hamilton, and she'll take that one for strike 1. Allen yesterday batted 3rd in the order. Again, she'll bat 3rd here. She went 0 for 3, but drew a walk. Angelina Allen this season with a .207 batting average, the sophomore from Moreno Valley, California. She takes the second pitch, and that's in the dirt for ball 1. 28 hits this season for Angelina Allen, and slugging percentage of .333. That means that she can hit the ball hard, but sometimes she'll strike out or hit it soft. Here's the 1-1. This one's hit foul on the right field line. Well, 1-2, and Casey Hamilton is off to a great start right now, Brock.
Yeah, Allen was out in front of that pitch. Looked like a fastball that time, so wouldn't be surprised to see Hamilton try and get her fool her with some off-speed pitch here and get her swinging out in front for strike 3.
Iowa State yesterday was in front of many pitches. Here's the 1-2 from Hamilton. She goes with a fastball, and that's hit foul again down the right field line. She was swinging early again. One thing that we noticed yesterday was that they were swinging early, but they would swing just about at the right time where it would go right past the first base bag or the third base bag and be very hard to field for the third and first baseman for the Jayhawks. Really worked out well for multi-base hits. Here's the 1-2 from Hamilton. Goes with the off-speed, and it goes low for ball 2.
Yeah, she tried to fool Allen that time. That was the pitch I thought she was going to throw the previous pitch, but a good eye by Allen. She's got the count even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Angelina Allen with 14 walks drawn this season. Yesterday she drew a walk, trying to get maybe a base hit or a walk here. Here's the 2-2. That's outside. Now we have a full count. And Hamilton was ahead in the count, 0-2, and now she's kind of behind. This could be a 2-out base runner for the Cyclones with Carly Spellhog as the cleanup hitter on deck.
Only 14 walks on the season for Allen. Has 135 at-bats.
She would like to draw one here if she can. Here's the 3-2. This one's hit foul into right foul territory and will not be playable for Peyton Renzi out in right field. As it goes towards the parking lot, and the count remains full at 3-2.
Pretty good battle brewing here. Allen trying to keep her Cyclones top of the first alive. And Hamilton trying to get her team in the dugout here on senior day.
Here's the 15th pitch from Casey Hamilton here in the top of the first. Here's the full count. This one's hit out to left center. On the run to make the grab is Presley Limbaugh. She drops it at the wall. She made the grab, and then contact with the wall made her drop it. And that's going to be a 2-out double from Angelina Allen. We don't know if that'll be an error. We'll see. I think they're going to record that as a hit.
No, that should be a hit for sure. She was running, giving it all for her effort, but gets the ball in her glove, runs into the wall, can't complete the catch, so that will go down as a double. And the Cyclones have a person scoring position now with 2 outs.
Harley Spellhog had 3 RBIs yesterday in her game. She went 2 for 4. But now she has a runner in scoring position standing at second here with 2 outs. It was a weird play. It didn't look like there was much contact with the ball. It looked like it might have been a routine fly. As first pitch goes away from Jordan Richards, and advancing to third is Allen on a wild pitch. We hadn't seen wild pitches very much in the first 2 games, but Casey Hamilton throws one there, and now runner is at third.
Yeah, 60 feet closer to scoring. Now a base hit scores her for sure. So Hamilton's really got to focus on retiring Spellhog here.
Spellhog looking to continue what she was able to do yesterday with her RBI total. She swings and misses at that one, and it's 1-1. But going back to that double, I mean, it didn't look like it was very well hit at all. It might have been the wind that helped that one out as it went back to the wall, and then Presley Limbaugh, with contact with the wall, dropped the ball after it looked like she made the great athletic and acrobatic catch. So here's the 1-1. That one is inside and high for ball 2. 2-1. Right around the neck area of Spellhog. Made her back up a little bit on that one.
Yeah, it looked like Casey Hamilton was just going to cruise through this top of the first inning, but after a really long and competitive at-bat by Allen, Cyclones are threatening.
A right-handed hitter, Spellhog, takes the 2-1 and swings and misses at that one. We saw that pitch location before for Hamilton, made her swing and miss earlier, and now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs.
Exactly right. They have pitched her off the plate, probably a pull side hitter, trying to get her to swing through some stuff on the outer half of the plate.
See what Casey Hamilton, if she can get out of this inning with no runs allowed. Runner standing at third. Here's the 2-2, and this one's high for ball 3. Full count. Alicia Ranches, the 5th hitter, is on deck. She would like to come up here with either runners on the corner or maybe even just a runner on first if Spellhog can get the runner from third home. 3 balls, 2 strikes for Hamilton. Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss, and Hamilton gets the strikeout that she's been looking for. So there you go. The runner gets stranded at third base for Casey Hamilton. She makes a huge play, and no runs allowed for the Jayhawks defensively here in the first inning. It's no score after a hit and one runner left on third base here as we will move to the bottom of the first at Arocha Ballpark on Senior Day. 0-0, Jayhawks and Cyclones. And welcome back to Rocha Ballpark as we're ready for the bottom half of the first inning. No score between the Jayhawks and the Cyclones, which we didn't see yesterday. It was 3-0 Iowa State leading into the bottom of the first, and then KU tied it at 3 off a home run by Haley Kripe. Let's take a look at the KU starting batting order. Presley Limbaugh gets the leadoff assignment for the second straight time. Haley Harper moves up from 8th to 2nd. Brock asked a question about Haley Harper in the pregame interview to McFalls. We'll talk about her a little bit as she comes up. Haley Kripe gets advanced to the 3rd position. Olivia Bruno moves down to the 4th spot, the cleanup hitter. Ashlyn Anderson is 5th. Sarah Rozak is 6th. Peyton Renzi is 7th, followed by Jordan Richards and Shayna Espy at 8th and 9th. So that is the batting order for the Jayhawks, and Presley Limbaugh will go up against the Ellie Spellhog. We've seen her a lot in the circle this series as the first pitch comes in there for a strike. Camille Marin remains behind home plate as the catcher. Carly Spellhog, Ellie Spellhog's sister, is at first. Casey Simpson is at second. Alicia Ranches is at short. And Sarah Tyree is at third. Here's the next pitch, and she'll take strike 2 at the knees. Limbaugh, that is. So it's 0-2. The outfield is Angelina Allen at left, Malaysia Ochoa at center, and Tiana Poole is at right. Not many defensive changes at all compared to yesterday's game for Iowa State, as this 0-2 pitch is just outside at the knees for ball 1. It's 1-2 to Limbaugh. But Limbaugh yesterday led off, but she did go 0-for-3 with a walk drawn. She would like to start off her game better than she did yesterday. This 1-2 is check swing, down and away for ball 2. It's 2-2.
Yeah, Spellhog has been really good in the circle this series for the Cyclones. Got the win on Friday, 5 innings, only allowed 1 run, and then threw 3 scoreless innings of relief yesterday.
Yeah, she actually got credited with the win yesterday, too. Here's the 2-2, and this one is down and away. It's a full count to Limbaugh. But going back, she did pitch 3 innings, like Brock said, 3 hits allowed. No runs allowed, though. 1 walk, no strikeouts, and 11 batters faced, rather. She got credited with the win, and now she's 7-7 on the season. Even at 500 in her start, she'll get another start here. Limbaugh hits this one to short hard. Alicia Ranches makes a nice play at short to make the throw over to Carly Spellhog over at first. That one was really hit hard over to Ranches at shortstop, and she really did a good job fielding that one.
Yeah, it was barreled up just right at her. Needs to adjust her towards a little bit there. Hit the ball hard. That's all you can do. Sometimes softball is just a cruel game.
Yep. Sometimes it's very unforgiving. Now it is Haley Harper who comes up. She moved from the 8th position in the order yesterday to the 2nd position as she takes first pitch down low for ball 1. But Brock, you said in the pregame interview with Coach McFalls how she has been lighting it up offensively, and she gets moved up today to 2nd in the batting order.
Yeah, her batting average has gone up almost 50 percentage points here in the last 2 weeks, up to 217 on the season. She's swinging a really hot bat right now.
She will take strike 1 there at the knees for a 1-1 count, but Harper, like Brock said, 217 after 92 at-bats. She has 20 hits and 11 RBIs. But yeah, she really did good yesterday in the game as she hits this one and gets a base hit here into the gap between second and first base. Right on cue, Haley Harper continues her hot hitting streak and gets a one-out base hit here, a single in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, that's just what the doctor ordered. Good piece of hitting that time by Haley Harper. Lets the ball get deep, lets it travel, use the other side of the field. A good approach. The Jayhawks have somebody on base here with less than 2 outs.
So my apologies. Haley Harper actually hit 9th in the order yesterday, and she went 2 for 3 with a home run as she takes Haley Kripe, takes ball 1 down and away for a ball. But Haley Harper did a really good job yesterday. She continues here on her senior day. Standing over at first now. And she moves up from 9th to 2nd. That's unreal. Haley Kripe hits this one weakly to short. She'll throw it over to first, and good play by Ron Chase over to Spellhog to get the out, but Haley Harper advances to second. Haley Kripe is down on a 6-3 out for the second out of the inning. Olivia Bruno comes up to bat now for the Jayhawks.
Yeah, it was a good play over there by the Cyclone shortstop. Fielded on a run. Never a chance to turn 2 with Harper's speed. She was getting to second with no problem. Good throw on the run.
Jayhawks now with a runner in scoring position at second. To Olivia Bruno. Here's the pitch. First pitch goes down, but having trouble with it is Camille Marin as the catcher. That's going to be a wild pitch. And Haley Harper will advance to third. Almost the same exact situation that we saw in the first with Casey Hamilton. So both pitchers now with a wild pitch to their name. And now Haley Harper is at third with 2 outs. Almost the carbon copy, exact same situation as the Cyclones had. Let's see if Bruno can deliver, though. Bruno hits this one to second. Simpson gets on it and makes the throw over to first. And, I mean, talk about a carbon copy. KU strands a runner on third, just like Iowa State stranded a runner on third at the top of the first. 1 hit for both teams through 1, but no score. Both teams leave a runner stranded on third. We'll be right back for the top of the second. Right after this, no score at Rocha Ballpark between the Cyclones and the Jayhawks on Senior Day.